Hello,
Alright.
Praise. How are you
What's up?
doing?
I'm good. How you guys doing? You can hear me clearly, right?
Yes,
Yes,
we can hear
yes.
you.
How you guys doing though?
Good. Good. How are you, man?
Praise, what is up, man? How are you doing today?
Great. Had a couple of interviews in preparation for my EP release. So I mean, it's been good. I've been up and about. I had a session, an acoustic session today. So I mean, it's been good. I've been singing.
Well, I'm John. I'm the founder of Ground Sounds. We're so thankful for you to sit down for the opportunity to speak. Are you in Nigeria right now?
Yeah, I'm in Lagos. I'm in Lagos.
Right on, Lagos. We're in Columbus, Ohio.
I've never been there. Funny enough, I'm always in the States, but I've never been there.
Yeah, it's currently a flyover, but Ground Sounds is gonna make it a stop by. We love that you're taking the time to speak to us. This is Lena. This is Jesse. I'm gonna kind of exit out.
Hi, Lena. Hi, Jesse. Good.
Praise. So, how are you doing today? You said good?
Yeah, I'm doing great. I'm doing great. How are you?
We're doing really good over here
Good,
in
good.
Columbus.
Dude,
Yes.
I love the beard, man.
Yeah, gang, bro.
Hey, I just want to say this, man. Jesus was pro beard, man.
Oh my God, it feels great. It's an honor to be here. Thanks for having me. Thanks for having me, guys.
Thank you
course.
for taking the interview.
Yeah, we
Sir.
listening to your music, so we're excited to talk to you about some of the things that you've been working on. So, I want to start off by asking you, just like before anything, what got you interested in music in general? Like, what inspired you to become an artist?
So growing up as a kid, I've always loved drums. First of all, and I never thought I was going to play. I never thought I was going to do music. I wanted to be a soccer star, you know. So growing up, I started playing drums in the church, and from there I became a music producer. And one day I decided to just record a song, produce a beat, I sequenced the beat. So I was like, let me just see what it feels like to be behind the booth and record a song. So I recorded my first demo, and I played it to a couple of my friends, and everyone was like blown away. And everyone was like, "Yo, Praise, you need to record more songs. We never knew you could sing. I mean, we only knew you love football and you love to play the drums." So I was like, "Okay, yeah." So I recorded a couple more tracks, but I still wanted to play soccer, And time went on, and a friend of mine called me and said, "There's this reality TV show. It's called Project Fame. It's like the American Idol, you know." And she's like, "Yo, I think you should go for it. I think you have what it takes." And I reluctantly went for it, and I go into the show. I came third. So I was like, okay, it seems like there's a bright future over here, because I've been playing football for a while, and I mean, nothing really significantly happened. And I was like, okay, well, I think this is actually my true path. So I decided to go into music, started singing, releasing singles, and I just blew up real quick, and to be honest, I do not regret doing music. I'm happy I chose the path I took.
Yeah.
So Praise, what coming up with all that, like what kind of influences did you have? Like what kind of bands or artists were you listening to that kind of helped you maybe want to sing more and actually go out for the show?
The people who influenced my music growing up, my dad had a lot of records, and I mean, I listened to a lot of Billy Ocean, I listened to a lot of Marvin Gaye, I listened to a lot of Anthony Hamilton, Joe, Boyz II Men, so I was really influenced by the R&B sound,
Yeah.
regardless of the fact that I'm from Nigeria, like I was really influenced by the kind of music my dad had. So I listened to a lot of Marvin Gaye, Carl Thomas, Anthony Hamilton, Joe, Boyz II Men, and the likes.
So I wanted to talk a little bit about your new EP, To the Moon. I know that you have mentioned in some of your interviews that you wanted to make a song kind of something like for quarantine, because a lot of couples have been together, kind of locked up, and so tell me a little bit about that and what really inspired you behind that song.
So I'm tagged like the ladies, man, and everyone just expect they know when I want to put out a love song. It's usually maybe me saying, I love you, or I mean, you know, like the regular stuff. I wanted to do something different. I wanted to create music more intimate, sensually. So I was like, okay, yeah, I mean, we're in the quarantine period, and I mean, everyone is locked up, possibly with your loved one. And I mean, just imagine the things that happen. I mean, right now, no one is really doing anything, you know. So I was like, okay, yeah, I'm going to create an EP, a body of work that talks about intimacy, talks about sex. Not in your face sex, but I mean, you know what I'm talking about. Like when you listen to the songs, you know, okay, this is what I'm talking about, intimacy. And I decided to go into the studio. I'm blessed to have my studio at home, so everything is just very easy. And I mean, I've literally been in the studio since the pandemic started. I've literally been in the studio for 3 months, and working, started making the beats, writing songs, and I mean, it just kept coming. You know, and the last song actually I produced was "To the Moon" song.
That song.
Yeah.
To me, to be honest, that's my favorite.
Yeah,
That's my
I've
favorite
been
track.
playing it at my pool at my apartment complex, and everybody loved it. So
Hey, thank you. You know, so I was like, okay, I need to do like a retro, like an 80s vibe, like, you know, like a vibe that a Bruno Mars would do. You know, like I was like, yeah, I need to add that flavor to this EP. So I was like, okay. So I started. It took me quite a while to look for the right kits, because you know the retro kits drums are different from like the regular drums. So I mean, I had to sequence the beat, and I mean, I wrote it, recorded it, and I called my kid brother, who's the rap on the song. And I'm like, yo, I think you need to drop a verse on this. And I mean, it came about that track, and everyone loves it. Everyone really loves it, and I'm excited that people really love it.
are you thinking about making a video to that song as well?
Yeah, definitely. I'm definitely shooting videos for each and every song.
And there's 5.
Every song.
Correct?
Yeah. Yeah, 5. Yeah, 5 songs.
I also wanted to talk about the cover art, because I really love the cover art. Like, it's super. Is that like your inspiration? Like, did you kind of like direct that, or was it kind of just like?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Yes, I did. So I have my graphic designer's name is Jindu. He's he's a 21-year-old graphic designer, very young, but he listens. Amazing designer, and I just told him, okay, this was what I wanted, the direction I wanted, and he came up, he designed it, and it was exactly what I wanted. So yeah, shout out to
I
him.
liked it. And I also wanted to ask about like kind of like the whole process, like when you're in the studio. So like you said, you come up with the beats and everything yourself. Do you start with the beat, then you start with the lyrics, or is it kind of like both together? How does that look?
So for me, my music creation process is very random sometimes, but most times I start with the music. I create the music. If I want a certain vibe, if I want to go for a certain vibe, a mellow vibe, I already have that in my head, and I just start with the music. When I'm done with the music, or halfway through the music, I start penning down lyrics that goes with what I want to talk about in the song. So most times, the music comes before the lyrics.
So, this is something I really was interested in. What kind of, I don't want to say like just struggles, but what kind of things did you go through kind of coming up and being able to like kind of break through as an artist?
So starting off, I'm in an industry where a certain kind of music kind of dominates the radio. You know, so I'm in a new act, and I'm trying to tell people, yo, like, I'm here to do, like, I do R&B, this is what I do, and I mean, I'm different, I'm good. And it was just really hard at first to break into the industry as an R&B guy, because it was just the pop sound, you know, and I kept pushing because I believed in what my sound had to bring to the table. It was different. It was unique. My singing style, my vocal dexterity was just different. My delivery was different. And I mean, I think I'm just blessed to be someone who's really focused and is not really distracted by what other people do. So I decided to keep doing what I was doing and what I believed in as much as it took me more time to break into the industry, to be a successful musician. My challenge was that I had to force my sound on them. You know, like it wasn't easy, but I'm really glad I did. I stayed focused because it really paid off.
Kind of a follow up to that. Like what I kind of think of myself as a videographer when I have a lot of family that actually thinks that I really don't like do anything for work. So what kind of things were people like maybe saying to you that made you think that you can't do this, or like that you had to kind of be like, yeah, no, that's not true, you know?
So the popular belief that they said if you do R&B music, you won't make money, you know. And personally, I never believed that. I chose not to believe that because I don't think it's true. The foundation of every music comes from R&B. Like the melodies come first, you know. And I mean, I hear people say, "Praiz, you're wasting your time. I think you should switch. You should do the pop music." And you know, the funny thing is, I also co-wrote not too long ago. I co-wrote one of Africa's biggest Afrobeat song, even when I was trying to break in as an R&B artist. And people are telling me like, yo, you co-wrote this song. Like now it's the biggest Afrobeat song in the world. Why don't you just switch? You know, like I heard things like that, but I didn't want to just be part of the bandwagon. I wanted to be different. I wanted to just be in my lane. I wanted to stand out, you know. And like I kept pushing it, and I broke through. Like contrary to what they believe, I started making so much money. I got signed as an ambassador to a telecom company, and I've been with these guys for 8 years. And this is a company that pays you like, they literally pay you like 8 figures, bro. Like, you know. So I mean, I'm really glad I stayed focused and believed in my own dream, you know. So right now, the same people who told me, yo, Praiz, you won't make money or you won't be successful if you do this kind of music. And I'm the kind of same people who are telling me, yo, like, we're really proud of you. So like, it's just really funny, bro.
Just it's hilarious, that switch. But that's awesome.
Yeah, bro, I won't lie. Sorry for cutting you. I won't lie to you. Like, it got to a point, I almost joined the tower because like it got to a point where I was really frustrated because I was like, yo, like, I know I got this. Like, I know how good I am. You know, like I was almost there, like almost there.
So like basically what I'm hearing you say is like staying true to yourself and believing in yourself really got you to where you are, and that's kind of your message.
Yeah, definitely. Like I tell people, firstly, you need to be good at what you do.
Yeah.
Like first, that's the first thing. Like, if you want to sing, you must be good at singing. You know, because if you're not good at it, you're wasting your time. So like for me, I knew I was good, but in as much as I knew I was good, I kept working on myself. I understudied people. I tried to become a better singer, a better musician, a better performer, a live performer. And you know, like I just kept pushing. So like anyone I come across who wants to do the kind of music I do, I tell them the same thing. And like, first of all, I mean, I know you believe in yourself, which is very important. But you need to be really good at what you do. You must know how to sing.
I also wanted to talk about some of your creative work. Like I know a lot of your music videos are really like interesting. Like for example, your Me and You music video, the wardrobe in that thing. So I was wondering if like you did it yourself, like or you picked out the wardrobes with the designer. How did that look?
So for that video, it was directed by an amazing director called Clarence Peters, and he came up with majority of the ideas. When it comes to styling, I actually always like to have an input because I know what looks good on me. I'm not stuck up. I'm very open to try new things. I'm very open to try new things, but I also like to have my input and stylings of my videos also.
What about casting? Is that you?
Casting was myself and the director.
Because I know a lot of them are like kind of like love scene vibes. So you're a girl or how, like, just like a random girl. So
I know.
So I saw one of your songs, "Like It," and I see now that you're putting out this hashtag "Like It." Now, since the song has come out, was that kind of like a marketing move for the song, or is that now kind of turned into something that's more like based on you as an artist?
So for me, it's well, obviously, firstly, you started off promoting the song, and it also transcended to creating more things around Like It, which still is connected to the song. So literally it's all about the song. It's a way of promoting the song, but just taking it to different angles, telling people, hey, what do you like? Yeah, I like it when she does, or I like it when I go, or I like it when I have something to eat, or I like it, but still, it still comes back to the song. So it was a way of promoting the song.
I think that was really cool because I saw a lot of your posts that kind of like had the fans' reaction with that hashtag. So I got really one last question. Lena might have a few more after me, but what's something that like is in Nigerian culture that maybe many Americans don't really know about?
So one thing that is in the Nigerian culture that a lot of people don't know about. First of all, not just about the culture. I noticed people from the States always say Africa. So like, there's that popular belief that Africa is a country.
yeah, I knew.
People don't know Africa is a continent. And, like, so a lot of people say, like, so you from Africa? And I'm like, well, yeah, but I'm from Nigeria. So a lot of people don't know that. So now, talking about the Nigerian culture, one thing that influences our music is rhythm. If you listen to like Afro beats, like rhythm is always the foundation. And perhaps soul. So like when we infuse like soul and the groove, like it just gives you like a whole new different music. So like we don't play with our rhythm. Like our rhythm is very important to us.
That's awesome.
So I guess I had one more question for you. So I know that you're involved in a lot of like charitable organizations such as the Safe Motherhood Foundation and then Little Big Souls. What kind of inspired that action from you? I'm just curious.
Thanks to my dad. My dad is he's a philanthropist, and we learned as kids. We learned a lot growing up, and we saw a lot of things he did, and that's the good thing with having parents who raise the kids right or do a lot of things right, because children emulate what they see, what it's around them. They emulate what happens in the home. So we grew up seeing my dad doing a lot of charitable works, and it automatically just became part of us, and something I love to do. For me, it's also me giving back to the society, because I have a lot of fans who support my music, who they've never met me. You just listen to one of my songs and you're like, yo, I love this guy, like I just love him, like. So how do you say thank you to millions of people? I can't say thank you. Take this, take $1, take one. I can't do that. I'll be bankrupt, bro. Like all over the world. So the only way I can give back to my fans, to the society, is by doing charitable works, helping the helpless. So one thing I know is the women are a very important figure in the world, and if you take care of the women, trust me, the world will be good. So like I'll also like to focus on that and try to give my input, help, finances, resources to women who are about to give birth. A lot of people can't afford antenatal, and trust me, little things like this go a long way in helping childbirth. So it's just the little things I could do.
I love that.
I got a question real quick.
Oh.
Don't mind me jumping in.
Hey.
Praiz, hey, I'm scooting in real quick. So what's you cracked me up, Praiz. I can feel your energy. Anybody in Nigeria that you are working with? Other people you're collaborating with? I know Burna Boy's blowing up over here. We're gonna put Praiz on over here in the United States. What's up?
Hey there. So I've actually worked with I literally work with everybody. I have a song with Burna Boy called 69. Yeah, bro. So I've worked with Burna Boy. I've worked with Wizkid. We have 2 tracks together. I've worked with Hataran King. I've worked with Timaya. I've literally worked with the who's who in the pop industry in Nigeria. So I've also worked with Obi Tribe.
Oh yeah.
Back in the States. I've worked with Kenny Latimore. We did a song I think 5 years ago. So yeah, but right now this year I'm looking forward to more urban collaborations.
One last thing too, I just did like a 23andMe test probably like 5 months ago, and I was like, I'm like 23% Nigerian. So what's up, my brother? I had no idea.
Yo, bro, you need I promise you, bro. Like I promise you, bro, you have the best time of your life. I can promise you on anything, bro.
Okay.
My mama, bro, you have the best time of your life, bro. I saw it's fun here, it's lit here. We love to party, yo.
So if I come to Nigeria, I can hit you up, Praiz, maybe for like.
I promise you, bro.
Can I hit you up?
I promise you, bro. And I was, bro.
All
I
right.
was switch. I promise you, bro.
All right, because
I got
come
you.
home for a second, I had no idea.
Bro, I promise you, bro.
We love it, Praiz. Thank you so much for
Yeah,
the
thank you,
amazing
Praiz.
music.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, guys. I had a great time.
Keep doing what you're doing,
Yeah.
man. You do a lot of good
Keep
work.
doing you.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate you guys. Hey.